Part 1. The Science of Manipulation. Moving people without their will. Chapter 1. The Psychology of Manipulation. He who controls the mind controls the man. The human game. The invisible strings that move us. Have you ever found yourself doing something like buying a product, saying yes to a favor, changing your mind, and then later asking yourself, why did I do that? You weren't forced, you weren't begged, but you did it. That right there is the quiet force of manipulation at work. In this chapter, we are going to break down the psychology of manipulation. What it is, why it works, when it crosses the line, and how it is being used around us every single day, sometimes by people we trust the most. But don't worry, I won't be using difficult terms or academic language here. I will use clear, human-friendly examples, just like we are having a conversation over coffee. What is manipulation? Let us begin simple here. Manipulation is when someone influences your decisions, actions, or beliefs, but without your full awareness. It is about control, but not with force. It is silent, subtle, and strategic. Imagine this. Your friend keeps joking that you never help them wash their car. At first, you laugh at it off, but after a few jokes, you feel guilt. So next time they ask, you say yes. That wasn't a request. That was not persuasion. That was emotional manipulation. Now let us see the difference between manipulation, persuasion, and influence. Now let us not confuse these three. They are related but different. Now, what is persuasion? Persuasion is convincing someone using reason, emotion, or credibility. So may I ask you a question? Is it obvious? Yes. Is it always bad? No, sometimes it's good. Influence. Influence is gradually shaping, or I can say influence is the process or is a science of gradually shaping thoughts or behavior over time. So, is it obvious? Sometimes. Is it always bad? No. What is manipulation? The very important thing that we are looking at this first chapter. Manipulation means secretly steering someone's decision for personal gain. Secretly steering someone's decision for personal gain. So may I ask you a question? Is it obvious? No. Or is it always bad? Often. Now, key point. Persuasion is not open. Influence is indirect. Manipulation is hidden. Why manipulation works on almost everyone? You might think that you are too smart to be manipulated. But here is the truth. Being smart doesn't protect you from manipulation. Why? Because manipulation doesn't attack your intelligence. It targets your emotions, your instincts, your biases, the invisible parts of your mind. Here's how. Number one, you want to be liked. Humans are social animals. We don't want to be seen as selfish or rude. Manipulators know this and use it against you. Example, a co-worker always says, "You are the only one I can count on." Now you feel special and you also feel trapped. And at the end of the day, you are manipulated. Number two, you avoid conflict. Most people hate saying no. So manipulators use pressure, guilt, or silence to create discomfort until you give in just to escape the tension. For example, a friend goes silent when you say you are busy. You then feel bad, so you cancel your plans just to make things right. Number 3, you don't want to look bad. We all want to protect our image. Manipulators will use this to push you into doing things just so you are not seen as mean, weak, or ungrateful. For example, you are really going to say no after everything I have done for you? Sound familiar? Let's see the real example. The kind boss who controlled everyone. Let us talk about Brian, a regional sales manager. Brian was friendly, charming, and always smiling. But under that warm smile was a master manipulator. Here is what he did. He never directly ordered his staff. Instead, he would say things like, "I know I can count on you to stay late night. You are my go-to person." Results? People stayed late, skipped family dinners, worked weekends, not because they had to, but because they felt like they couldn't say no. One employee, Sarah, said, "I started resenting my job, but I couldn't explain why. Brian never forced me, but somehow I always felt obligated." That is manipulation, my friend, and it happens quietly. Now let us see common manipulation tactics. You will start noticing this. Manipulation is not always loud or obvious. In fact, the most dangerous kind often feels subtle, hidden beneath charm, guilt, or persuasion. Whether it is in personal relationships, office politics, clever ads, or even well-meaning parenting, manipulation thrives where awareness is low. Once you recognize the signs, you take back control. Let us go deeper now. Here are 5 classic manipulation techniques you will see in relationships, workplaces, advertising, and even parenting. Number 1, guilt tripping. Now, what's guilt tripping? Guilt tripping is just making you feel like you have done something wrong even when you haven't. So the manipulator makes you to feel like you have done something wrong. For example, "I guess I am not important to you anymore." So this is used in relationships particularly, or even in parenting. Your mother might tell you, your father might tell you, your brother also might tell you that, "I think that nowadays I am not important to you anymore." Or even your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend might tell you, "I think that nowadays I am no longer important to you." This is manipulative technique that is obvious, used by most of people. Okay. Number 2 is gaslighting. Now, what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is just to make you doubt your memory or your judgment so they can control your reality. For example, "That is not what I said. You are imagining things again." See? So, if you see this kind of a reaction from the people, that you try to explain things obvious and you think that you are perfect on that things, but they tell you that that is not what I said. You are imagining things again. So they are making you feel like your memory or your judgment is insane. Now, if you are insane, or if your memory is insanity, that means you lose control of yourself. And when you start feeling that you are losing control of yourself, they begin to control you. And that is the manipulation. And it is powerful. And it works better. And it's obvious, my friend. This kind of manipulative technique, which is called gaslighting, is usually used by toxic partners, bosses, and politicians. Number 3, the third technique, which is used mostly by manipulators, is playing the victim, acting helpless or hurt to gain sympathy or control. Like, everyone always abandons me. I should have known you would too. So someone is claiming that, or is claiming to you, or is telling you that everyone around him or her is abandoning him or her, and he couldn't think that you also could abandon him or her. So he is playing victim, and you feel sorry and sympathy to him or her, and from the very moment you feel that way, he or she begins to control you. Okay, so mainly is used by emotion manipulators in relationships. And the first technique of manipulation is love bombing. Now, what is love bombing? Love bombing is overwhelming someone with praise and attention to lower their ground. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't live without you. And in Tanzania nowadays we call it uchawa. So uchawa is one of technique of manipulation used by manipulators. It is called love bombing. People are starting to praise you, to show you that you are only person that fits in that position. You are the only leader that can lead or can hold that position. So when you don't understand this, then you become a prey. They benefit from you because most of manipulators are parasites. So for them to parasiting you more and more, what they do is to make you remain a prey all the day so they can benefit from you. In this way, they always praise you, they always honor you, they always give you sometimes the kindness that you have never had. This is so dangerous, and it happens every time and much more before our eyes and our mind. The fifth way to manipulate people, which is majorly used by manipulator, is called the silent treatment. The silent treatment is pushing someone emotionally by withdrawing communication. It's used by most of us. So you say no, and suddenly silence. They are not mad, but they are hurting you quietly. This is majorly used by controlling people in personal relationship. Suppose you go silent. Your boyfriend or girlfriend texts you, but you don't reply. That is manipulation. That's a manipulative technique, which is called the silent treatment. You manipulate that person, so she or she starts to see that he has lost his or her value to you. Then he starts kujibebish again, and then you become manipulator and you take control of her or for him. That is happening always, every time through our life. So now comes a very important question: that is always manipulation dangerous? I can say often. I can say often. And the major question arises again that when manipulation becomes dangerous. Not all manipulation is evil. Sometimes we use harmless tactics like faking excitement so your child feels confident, or cheering someone up by downplaying bad news. So manipulation is not always dangerous. But manipulation also can become toxic when it involves repeated emotional harm, power imbalance, lack of consent on awareness. Manipulation is most dangerous when it becomes a pattern, not a one-time act. So manipulation generally is most dangerous when it becomes a pattern, not a one-time act. So my friends, this is a book that you cannot dare to miss. It is a very important book that you should read actually to make you a great person. You will understand how manipulators do. You will understand how persuaders persuade. And most importantly, you will understand how influencers influence. So for the very beginning of the book, in the first part of the book, where we are talking about manipulation, it will shape you to understand the power of manipulation. And more importantly, very secondly, I would tell you to use it ethically.